John Bralich in Plainfield, Peggy Smith in Warrenville, Scott Rutledge in Fox River Grove, and Eugene Vanko II in Elk Grove Village, Illinois.
Astros coming to town this week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at Wrigley Field. Play the Cubs. Top of the second inning here at Silver Cross Field. The Jackhammers trail the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks 1-0 as Boomer Berry stands up there on the left side. Pitch is swung on, a one-hopper, two-hopper, picked up by McIntyre. Off balance, throws to first, not in time. First base umpire says that Wally Backman Jr. was off the bag at first base, and Boomer Berry gets the infield single.
Well, I think it was just a situation of the throw being a little bit late, a little bit too high and late, but really, as you look at Backman Jr., we do see on the instant replay that just as soon as he caught the ball, which was a little too far to the left of the bag, had to take his foot off at the last possible second, so things like that happen. And finally, you could say, for the Redhawks, who put 4 base runners out in the first inning, they get their first hit of the inning, or of this game.
Boomer Berry came in batting at .284, and he's over first base. He has 21 stolen bases this year. That leads the Redhawks as the first pitch missed up and away, 1 ball and no strikes to Jeremiah Pepcorn, the shortstop. Pepcorn is batting .071. That's through 4 games. That's 1 for 14 as a Redhawk. The 1-0 pitch hit in the air, out towards left field, and coming over for it to his right and coming in is Brooks to make the catch for out number 1. What do the bingo numbers go up to? Can you have an .071? Or is it like 65?
I am not sure. I need to call my grandparents on that. They are avid
Get them on the phone.
Absolutely. Question for you, in the middle of a game, what about bingo numbers?
Do they go up to 71? If so, big go for Pepcorn. Came in batting at .071.
You know who we can talk to about that?
Who? As the first pitch missed down and away, 1 ball and no strikes to Joe Mathis.
A couple members of the Jackhammers who were on the Peanuts last year, the South Georgia Peanuts. There's a good episode of that Playing for Peanuts series where they actually went and played bingo on one of the road trips last year. Played bingo at the local senior center, which was by their team hotel.
The 1-0 pitch missed outside, and the count is at 2 balls and no strikes to Mathis, who drew a walk and scored the game's lone run.
I believe Joe Hooft was one of the players. So here's Joe Hooft and about 5 other pro baseball players in their early to mid-20s playing bingo at the senior center.
You always have to find some sort of entertainment when you're on the road. The 2-0 pitch is in for a strike, and the count moves to 2-1 to Mathis.
Yeah, no question. In Fargo, they've got a nice mall across the way from the hotel.
With the Roger Maris Museum.
Roger Maris Museum. Lots of stuff to do to kill time. Kansas City, you're in downtown Kansas City, so plenty of stuff to do down there. Other places,
not so much.
There you go.
The runner takes off, and Trolia hears about it from his teammates. The throw back to second, the throw to first. They have Boomer Berry in a rundown, and whiffing is Backman Jr. He throws to Trolia. Trolia throws down to second base, but Garabrandt can't squeeze it. Pick you up, and heading down to third base is Berry because nobody's there. And Boomer Berry steals second base and then moves up to third on the drop ball because nobody was home.
Wow. You like the idea, Brian, with Joe Hooft moving over from third base in case the ball got by one of the middle infielders, which it actually was just dropped by Garabrandt. But then Boomer Berry, who alertly slid into second base, got up and then realized, hey, I've got no one standing between me and the third base bag. And by the time the Jackhammers realized it, Boomer Berry was over at third base.
Floyd Yeomans, the Jackhammers pitching coach, with the slow walk out to the mound, as Larry Ohlenberger, one of the Jackhammers coaches in the dugout, shaking his head.
That's that corner down and away, ball 1. You know, they're in their 80s. We tried to get him to get a computer a couple of years ago. Not happening.
Not happening, huh?
It's Juan Diaz for the Jackhammers, Steve Garabrandt, and Corey Harris to follow, as the count is now at 2-0 on Diaz. Jackhammers down by 4, and the right-hander Billy Weitzman for the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks has allowed just 1 hit and 1 base runner overall. A 2-out single to Joey Gomes in the second, as it's 3, 4, and 5 here in the fourth. The 2-0 is off the outside corner, little down, little away, and it's a 3-ball no-strike count on Juan Diaz. They play Diaz back as a 3-0 pitch is over the outside corner, taken for a strike. Now 3-1 on the big guy.
So the only thing that's crooked about Weitzman is his hat. Outside of his hat, it's been straightforward, solid baseball out of the right-handed starter.
Here comes the 3-1. Fastball swung on, line down the left field line, but chasing over to his right. Barry makes a running one-handed catch, and he played Juan Diaz beautifully. Absolutely perfect to make the grab and taking an extra base hit away from Big Papa.
Yeah, that was a rocket off the bat of Juan Diaz, but right place at the right time. Boomer Barry playing position perfectly, really, to make a catch like that on the warning track on a line drive. You have to play it perfectly beforehand. Popped right out. He tried squeezing it, but it seemed like he just squeezed it too late.
What a weird set of circumstances in this inning. So Mortimer is at second base on the double. As now scoring from third is Jimmy Hurst, so it's a 5-1 lead for the Redhawks. So you give Mortimer the double, his 46, Mortimer the RBI, his 46th RBI of the season, as Boomer Barry looks at a strike over the outside corner. What a wacky game we've had here at Silver Cross Field tonight. 0-1 the count on Barry. As a breaking ball misses off the outside corner, it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Really has been a strange game when you talk about the number of base runners that have been caught in between bases. Tagged out, 3 of them so far tonight.
The 1-1 pitch, it's off the outside corner, down and away, a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And two of the little rundowns, or 2 of the base runners tagged out on the base paths. 2 of the 3 times belong to the man at the plate, Boomer Barry, the son of former White Sox outfielder Ken Barry, now a roving instructor in the Kansas City Royals organization. Or I should say the Milwaukee Brewers organization. At one time was with the Royals. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And now it's 2-2. 5 runs on just 4 hits for the Redhawks in this 5th inning of play. Or 5 runs on 4 hits in total in this game for the Redhawks. 1 run on 3 hits for the Jackhammers. And we are in this top of the 5th inning. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball swung on and hit in the air towards right field. That gets down and will go all the way to the right center field wall. Scoring easily from third is Mortimer. Barry rounds first, heads to second where he puts on the brakes. It's an RBI double by Boomer Barry. He's 2 for 2, and the Redhawks have a 6-1 lead in this 5th inning.
And you see the Redhawks, we talk about it actually, John, you can see it on our TV broadcast for those in our viewing area, that these Redhawks aren't missing their pitch whatsoever.